gets around the corner, he gets to the
That'll
20,
Tommy
to the 15, he's gonna go, touchdown Winchester!
Loose ball, there's where Doug's effective and he gets it in the foul.
Lady Sachems are going dancing. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Sachem Hoops 0506. I'm Robert Broderick. As ever, pleased to be joined by Tom Hirschfeld. And Tom, well, I'll tell you, it can't get any more fun than the Final Four.
The Final Four. Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it? Well, it is that wonderful time of year when you talk about 8-9 games and 5-12 games and Final Fours. And it's been 10 years since Winchester was in one, but here we are back at the Garden, Tom.
Well, you know, that was only a dream 4 weeks ago. We were worried about making the playoffs and eked it out at 11-9. And since then, the team has played the best basketball of the season with 4 straight wins here to win the North. And obviously, Duxbury's a very good team at 23-1. I don't know who that one loss was to, but you know it's going to be it's a good atmosphere, no question about it. And I'm looking for a great game again today.
Well, the great thing about postseason basketball is everybody starts fresh, and it's one and done. Whether you're a 9 seed as Winchester is or a 1 seed as Duxbury, and so it's 23-1 Duxbury, 15-9 Winchester. We're going to lace them up and play 32 minutes, and somebody's going to advance. Back with the first half starting lineup and tips right after this.
Hi, I'm Elaine Delaney-Wynn, along with Barbara Burka and Barbara Bellotti. We're members of the board of Parent to Parent, a nonprofit organization that's been serving Winchester since 1982.
We offer education, support, and networking opportunities for parents of all ages. Our programs cover a wide range of topics, from bullying to limit setting to adoption.
We have an active advisory committee and welcome involvement from the parent community. You can learn more about our programs and volunteer opportunities through the local papers, school newsletters, and our website.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Broderick, joined as always by Tom Hirschfeld. And here we are, Tom, in the Final Four. It is the 9-seed North Division II champion Winchester Sachems, the traveling Road Black Unis, against the homestanding South Division II champion 1-seed Duxbury, coming in at 23-1. What do you think?
Well, we didn't have it on the schedule, no doubt about that. We're happy to be here. The players are happy to be here, but they want to win the game. You know, they can give you the story, hey, you know, the team's overachieving and this and that. They're not overachieving. They're playing the best basketball they've played the whole season. And it's been a team effort, starting with the first game at Duxbury, and Nick came in with 30 points, which, you know, completely ignited the team. And it's followed Matt Gaither had 19, I think it was, against North Andover. And Miller's been his usual self, averaging 20 points and 16 rebounds a game. So, I mean, you know, there's no surprise. They're good basketball players. There's senior leadership here, and we want to have a good game today.
Well, let me just bring up 2 teams, Tom. 1985, Villanova University. 1987, North Carolina State University. Those teams, you know, snuck their way into the tournament. In the case of State in 87, if they don't win the ACC tournament, they don't get a bid, and those 2 teams cut down the nets. So, you know, you don't have to come in as a top seed to win it all, and we can certainly do it. We have the talent. It just took us, for whatever reason, till late in the season to put it together, and now we're playing like the basketball team that we really are.
Yeah, I think what happens is, you know, as a fan, you see a bracket, you see a record, and because you're so used to college and the pros, it creeps down saying, hey, how can a team 11-9 beat a number 1 seed like Belmont 15-5? Well, they beat them on the court. The fans can express their opinions, but the play's on the court, and Winchester has been up to the task every single game.
Well, as I put the starters in for us, it's going to be Doug Miller, Jeff Keedy, Nick Kaup, Brian Gaither, and Matt Gaither. We'll get you the starters for Duxbury momentarily, but Jeff, I'll tell you what, not an offensive force. And you and I were talking about this last night. Jeff Keedy is not the guy you look for to score, but in that 15-0 run to start the second half against Lincoln Sudbury up at Saugus the other night, he came out with 8 points out of halftime.
Keedy was the catalyst, no question about it. I mean, he had 10 points, and he had 10 points at a critical time. I mean, it's something like Coach Steele said, we don't expect offense out of him, but if we get the offense along with the defense intensity, you know, it's all gravy. But Keedy had a great game. He fouled out, and today we're matched up against a kid 6'11" and 6'8", so you want to have Jeff Keedy on the court as long as you can, and hopefully he can come up with the same effort that he had last week.
Well, we'll go to the anthem and talk more about Duxbury right after this.
Right.
Well, back after that anthem time, the starters for Duxbury: 20 Mike Shea, 21 Sam Herrick, Aaron McFadden 22, Pat Magnarelli 32, and Jared Mackey 33. And that's that 3-guard, 1 center, 1 forward offense that they went with in the second half of their sectional final game, where they took out the 2-seed Franklin. And the guy you have to watch is Magnarelli. The young man had a smooth stat line. Listen to this stat line, Tom. 31 points, 3 blocks, 16 boards, 4 steals, and, oh, by the way, 5 dishes, just, icing on the cake.
That's a bird line.
That's unbelievable. So they're going with Shea, Herrick, McFadden, Mangarelli, and Mackey. We're going with Brian, Jeff Keedy, Nick Kaup, Matt Gaither. Doug Miller is always in the middle, and 23-1, 15-9, but you know what? You never know. Let's see what we can do with these guys.
Well, we got a center, 6'11" here, 21.
Yeah, that's Herrick. I mean,
that beard wouldn't be allowed with the Yankees, right?
I'll tell you. Hey, he's got to be our first bearded player of the year, Tom.
There you go.
Beautiful. So we're underway from the Garden. Tip controlled by 22 McFadden for Duxbury. Sachem's set up in the zone. Looks like a 1-2-2. Strike that. They're in man. Drive, stop, pop, up, and good for Aaron McFadden. Duxbury strikes first blood.
Yeah, they're gonna try to trap right off the bat here.
Gaither back to brother Brian. Break it to Nick. Nick, who had a huge game first round, can't quite find Doug underneath. Ball tracked down by 33 Mackey for Duxbury, and now off to McFadden. So turnover Sachem's.
Yeah, it looked like the same 2-3 zone that they played most of the season. And the difference here is that, the 6'11" guy, that when you collapse on him, you need Jeff Keedy like where he is right now. Nice tight jump ball.
Good job down low, Sachem defensively. It doesn't look like 21 Herrick is anything but a big body and a banger. Magnarelli is the guy you got to watch, and he's only 6'7". Sachem's over to the timeline. Miller, Gaither, Kaup. Yeah, Nick had, 8 threes first round?
You're right.
Matt forces it and gets it to go. Strike that. First 2 for the Sachems. Don't strike anything. 2 for Matt Gaither.
Well, at 6'11" and 6'8", they're going to be trying to collapse him down low, and that actually will help Nick in a game like this.
Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, you get the inside-outside thing going, and, that's a recipe for Nick to have a big night. And then, that makes everybody, go out on him, and, now Doug has room to operate down low. Drive to the hole with 5 to shoot. Magnarelli with a bit of a
Yeah, they'd have to put a body on him, no doubt about it.
busted
He
play
goes
there.
to the glass.
Yeah. He's got his first 2 of the evening. It's 4-2 Duxbury at the 14:20 mark. Nick. Doug with a jumper. No. Doesn't draw anything. Rebound Herrick.
I think Jeff caught the big guy there.
McFadden. Dish. Magnarelli up good. Magnarelli has 4. That's 6-2 Duxbury. Gaither.
Yeah, I know. We don't normally run, but off a missed shot here with this number 21, he does have a hard time lumbering up the court. So, it's almost a 5-on-4 guaranteed if you can run with the ball.
Yeah, swing it, Nick. 3. No. Rebound off to McFadden. He'll look to push. Does so nicely. Won't go. Rebound Bryan. He's fouled by 33. That's Jared Mackey. His first, team first. Six. Sorry, Tom.
Yeah, some of the the earlier games, it was really like almost scripted. Who would be the star of the game? I think I said earlier, Matt Gaither had a huge game against North Andover, I believe it was. He had like 19, the leading scorer in the game. And Nick, I mean, the 3 he hit at Belmont to tie game, about 2.5 to go, just ignited the team.
Bryan for 2, it looked like. Didn't matter, didn't go. Fouled Jeff Cady as he climbs the back of Magnarelli a bit. Jeff's first, team first. 13-11 left, first half. 6-2 in a game that really hasn't really found its rhythm yet.
Well, rhythm was even in the Lincoln Sudbury last week. The halftime score 25-19.
2 quick ones on Keed. And we'll see how long Coach Dale's going to stick with Jeff as he's got 2.
But the game looked a lot like this. It was tough for Winchester to get going. They couldn't get the rhythm, different arena and all that. I mean, this arena obviously is a lot even bigger than the Saugus.
Well, we're
challenged by Miller. That's a great play too.
That'll wait, Doug. We're down 24-17 in that game. And then a 15-0 run out of halftime never hurt you. Gaither working against McFadden. Now corner, Nick, 3, bang.
That's the attention grab, and that's what's going to open up the middle again. And when you get the 6'8" and the 6'11", they're not as agile to play defense like it would be a Belmont or a Watertown.
Swing it. McFadden goes by Keedy, kicks it out. Mackey, no. Magnarelli over the back of Miller, no call. Head fake draws both Bryan and Doug up.
But you can't knock somebody. He did draw the foul, but when you're 6'11" and you're underneath, head fakes aren't usually required. You're just going to go up strong to the basket.
Well, Herrick's a big body, and he might be a very nice young man, and a tremendous student and a gentleman and a scholar, but he's a big banging body out there. Although he's got a nice touch from the line. Witness there. See, it's the first of 2. He'll shoot the second. Very nice touch.
Yeah.
Buries a pair. And it's 8-5 Duxbury. Duxbury, a little 3/4 court pressure to open.
Got to get it over.
Things. And Nick, they find in the corner. Back to Bryan. Needs help. Gets it from Nick. 3 up. Everything but down. Rebound Matt. Nice job hitting the offensive boards, Winchester Sachems.
So, another good thing about that is there's 3 refs here. Sometimes in normal regular season games like that, you wouldn't get that foul call like that quick. Once you get the position, you get the ball, you're going to get the call.
Foul goes against Shea, for his first, team second. Doug, Bryan, McFadden steps in, and that's a tough call.
Yeah.
But it'll go Duxbury's way. Sorry, Tom.
I guess we get to see replays here too, so we find out whether we're right or wrong.
On the big board, folks. McFadden. Down low, Herrick backs in, can't get it to go. Rebound hits a couple of hands, and Jeff Keedy runs it down. Sachem's down 8-5, just under 11.5 first half here from the Garden. How nice is that to say?
Yeah.
Huh?
And you don't even have a Boston accent. I don't know if they'll let you say that.
The Garden. Jeff doesn't get, Doug does not get the roll. Jeff almost there for the offensive board, but it's off to McFadden for Duxbury. right at 11 minutes, still 8-5. All the way to the hole rolls Jared Mackey for his first 2 of the evening. 10-5 Duxbury in a game that really still hasn't found its rhythm. Turnover Sachem's as we couldn't quite find Nick. Run down by Herrick, back the other way for Duxbury. The Dragons, Tom. The Duxbury Dragons.
The Dragons, okay.
McFadden.
I don't know where Dragons come from geographically down there, Duxbury, but
It's
Dragons settled Duxbury.
It's alliterative. So 2 more for McFadden. He has 4. Sachem's down 7 at 12-5. Miller, Herrick there defensively. Now Keedy.
And they got Nick wide open. That's
Nick,
the one you want.
swing it, Brian, step in. Nice move to the hole. Short-armed it a bit. Jeff can't quite run it down. 10:07 left, down 7 at 12-5.
Yeah, the crowd's not into it quite yet.
Well, I was here for the game which preceded us, Minutemen and Archbishop Williams. In that game, it couldn't find its rhythm, and the crowds didn't really get into it, but late it really heated up. Turnover as Magnarelli thought Herrick was not going to roll to the hole, and Herrick did, and ball out of bounds to the Sachems. Just under 10 minutes, 12-5, Dragons. Nick, defensively there, Jared Mackey. Now up top, Matt Gaither. Doug, yeah, he's got the quickness to go by Herrick. Finds Matt, no. Rebound off of, they say, Herrick. It'll stay with the Sachems.
Yeah, that's the play like that. Doug has the position on. You like to see him go to the basket there and draw the foul instead of kick it out. 21, he plays cautious. He's 6'11", he's straight up. He's not leaving the ground. He just left the ground there.
He just ran over Keedy with a forearm shiver, no call. Matt has it stuffed by Magnarelli down low, and maybe the game will heat up now.
That's looked like a walk, too.
Yeah, that was a jump step, but an extra one. Another 2 for Aaron McFadden.
Yeah,
he
that's
has 6.
3 refs missed that one right in the paint, too.
Wow. Well, I'll tell you, Herrick just absolutely leveled Keedy. Jumper would not go for Doug. Rebound pulled down Duxbury's McFadden. Foul.
Who was that foul on?
It's on Doug, and that's 2.
Second. Yep.
So timeout Sachems at the 9:06 mark. We got a couple of guys already in foul trouble. Jeff and Doug with 2. Take a look real quick at the Final Four in the state. North Division champion Winchester coming in 15-9. We were a 9 seed in that bracket. Duxbury at 23-1, the 1 seed out of the South. In the bottom half of the draw, St. Bernard's, the Central champ, is 19-4. They were a 3 seed in their bracket. And down at the bottom, Holyoke Catholic, Tom. I know you've been there. A 6 seed out of the West coming in at 18-6. So we got a 6, a 3, us at a 9, and a 1. And we're playing a 1.
And a 1. Well, you know what? We beat a 1 already.
That's true.
And we beat a 3. And we beat a 5. And we beat an 8. So, the numbers, it's almost like some of the leagues are definitely weaker than others. So you see a team at, 14-4 or something like that, and they get the number 3 seed and they get bounced out in the first round. It just gives you confidence that, you can play with anyone. And this team's a good team. Obviously, you got a 6'11", a 6'8". You could put 3 other kids out there that are very average, if you will, and you're going to win some games, no question about it. But like we said, we're going to have that quiz question, who that one loss was to.
Well, you put out, I'll tell you what, this 22 Aaron McFadden, he had a big game last time out, and he's having a big game so far this evening. Nice trap there. Results in a timeout Duxbury, as Sam Seymour and Brian Gaither had McFadden trapped just over half court. Well, while we have a chance, Tom, while we roll the graphic of our route to this game, you get that opening round win over Tewksbury. Then you got to go to Belmont and 59-52 Sachems. Then North Andover win by 10. Lincoln Sudbury sort of lay an egg in the first half and then come out with a 15-zip run and win going away by 15. And that's how you get here.
And the people that have watched Winchester play the whole year, they're probably surprised by some of the margin of victories. But, you know, early on, they were in the 80s against Duxbury because Duxbury wanted to run and throw up the threes. But they were, like, shell-shocked that they had someone on the other team that could match the threes. That kid was one of the best shooters, Fredrickson, that was seen the whole year, 35 points against Winchester. And Nick matched them almost shot for shot. Nick actually had one more three-point shot than he did. But they were surprised to see it. And then the same token, you play a game like Belmont, it's in the 50s, 52 to 47, so they're playing whatever tempo the other team has for them. But the victories have been wider than they were in the Middlesex League games, which kind of surprised you. But the one thing about this game here, like I say, they got the two guys, 6'11" and 6'8". If Winchester can run with them, that's where they can neutralize this. But they're going to press you after a made basket. You got to get the rebound off a miss and go.
Well, Chris Cleary and Sam Seymour in the game for the Sachems. Timeout on the
Must
floor
be the shot clock.
as the clocks are down everywhere.
Okay, we'll start this over then. 0-0. Here we go.
No time left. I'll tell you, you come to these dumpy little facilities, and you know the electronics don't work. And although this is the first time all year I've had to pay to park, I can tell you that much.
Well, it was the 15 spot. Did you get a receipt? WinCam will definitely reimburse you for that. Adam has the expense account.
So the clocks are down at the Garden. 16 banners hanging in green and white and 5 in black and gold, and $600 million facility, and the clocks are out.
Now, were you a Celtic fan growing up, Robert? Or you?
No, I grew up in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, but they're worldwide, the Celtic fans.
Oh, goodness sakes.
Were you a Hershey Bear fan or one of those?
Well, there is a team in the city of Philadelphia.
Where did Wilt score his 100? Wasn't it in Hershey?
Yeah, that was in Hershey. Yeah, it was. That was at Hershey. That was a little bit before my time.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
I'm sure you had the ticket stub from it, though.
What, doesn't everybody?
Yeah.
Well, it's like the Mazeroski home run game. You know, everybody that ever set foot in the city of Pittsburgh was at that game, right?
Well, that was Ted Williams' last game. Was what? There was 9,000 people there, and
there's 5 million New Englanders who claim it.
You hear the voice of Kurt Gowdy when he does the home run. They didn't know that was his last game. They did that voiceover after the game because there was still a road trip left. So you hear the announcement like, and it's his last at bat. Well, they did that after the game.
Well, not to get back to matters at hand, Tom.
Yeah.
But talking about that Lincoln-Sudbury game up at Saugus, you know, Kitty comes out in the first 4 minutes with 8 points out of halftime. Brian had 17 in that game, and we held LS to 13 points in the second half. And that, you know, talk about a defensive clampdown. We could use one of those here.
You know, and the tenor of that game was that I think Lincoln Sudbury right off the bat, they looked at it in the crowd too like a mismatch. Like this wasn't even going to be a game. And all of a sudden the wheels fell off in the second half. But, you know, their coach was very calm, and, you know, then a couple of turnovers. He started getting a little more active. And the kids were so I mean, they had open looks at the basket, and they were throwing air balls.
Well, while we fix things here at the Garden, we'll take a little time out and give you a chance to rewind, and we'll be back right after this.
The Anchor Society is a 100-year-old women's service organization committed to providing financial support to Winchester's charitable and service organizations. Our single largest fundraiser is the Anchor Fair, which is held the third weekend of May every year. What makes it unique are the hundreds of volunteers who turn out to take tickets, run games, and provide a family-friendly atmosphere. If you want to help, contact any Anchor member.
So welcome back to the Garden, folks. 14-5 Duxbury, 8:56 left first half, and hopefully we have the clock issues behind us after a delay of probably got to be 4 minutes, Tom.
Yeah, I think that was Coach Dale pulled the plug on something over there because he wanted to go over a couple of things they were doing defensively.
Not about any trick in the book, right?
Yeah.
You know, play hard, play fair, and, you know, play with the electrical system. So
Well, they used to turn the heat up? Was that what they used to do in here?
Right. And a camera, and one of the rims is tighter than the other. So on the floor for the Sachems, Chris Cleary, Brian and Matt Gaither, Sam Seymour and Doug Miller. Doug's playing with two. Swing it this way, McFadden. That's Mike Shea, 20. Herrick in the middle. Now 10 to shoot. McFadden, Shea, corner, all the way to the hole, up and good for Mangarelli.
Yeah, there's not much you can do about that. Once you give him the baseline, he lays it off. That's it. It's lights out.
Yeah, that's twice we've given Mackey the baseline, and that resulted in a dish that drive. Magarelli gets a hand on Chris Cleary's pass intended for Matt Gaither. Sorry, goodness sakes. I know the young men too. Shea, 16-5 as we approach 8 minutes. Corner Mackey. Magnarelli up, glass, good. He has 8.
Yeah, coach is going to make a switch here and put in Eddie.
Well, you know,
you got to get the arms, you got to get the length down there.
It might be Magnarelli time. You know, put 8 fouls on the man. Doug, nice dish. Underneath, Gaither, good. 4 now for Matt, and it's 18-7. We're down 11 at 7.5 first half. Shea. There's Mackey in the corner. They run that same offensive set again. Off Magnarelli. Herrick can't quite run it down. Turnover, Dragons. Eddie in the ball game replaced Sam Seymour, and we go pretty big right here.
Yeah, he posted Sam down low the first time. I think Coach Dale said, you know what, they're going to just continue to do it, and that's going to get Doug in trouble because he's going to have to switch over and help out. So Eddie certainly has 5 fouls to give.
Yeah, of course. Well, everybody does in this game, but, you know, Eddie for sure. Miller works on Herrick. Back up top, Eddie. Now Gaither, 8 to shoot, 7 on the game clock. 5 to shoot, all the way to the hole nicely. A lot of contact, no foul. Mackey pulls it down for Duxbury. Off to McFadden. 1-on-4, Wisely pulls it out, runs some clock. Cleary at the point. Now Mackey. Back up top, McFadden. Shea. Down low, Herrick.
Yeah, he's going to put the ball down, and
Coach
will yell on that one.
Yeah, when he puts the ball on the floor, that is a bad situation for Duxbury. 7 to shoot. McFadden up top, off a Herrick screen. Fall away jumper, no. Rebound, Winchester.
Here's where you want to push. On the missed shot, you're going to have to push it because you can beat the kid down there every single time.
Down low, Doug Miller. Nice help, Magnarelli. Gaither. Eddie has his man Shea posted. They don't opt for him. Cleary. Gaither. Miller from 15, no. Rebound, Chris Cleary. Kick it back up top. Gaither down low, off of Doug, out of bounds.
Yeah, I think Brian got caught in the air whether he was going to shoot it or pass. He saw Doug was open down low and tried to dump it down there.
In for the first time for Duxbury, 35, Mark Brust. 5:54 left. First half, 18-7. Sachems have not found themselves offensively as of yet, Tom.
Yeah, this kid's a freshman, 35, just come in for him. He must be an outside shooter because he's not one of the taller ones.
Nice pass down low. Magnarelli up, scored on the jam and the foul. Let's hope they get Eddie. They don't. They get Gaither. That's good news there.
See, that's one where they have to make adjustments. When you can pass the ball through the lane like that and have them come up, you got to get some hands in the passing lane.
So 3-point play, Pat Magnarelli, who had 31 last time out, and he's sitting on 11 so far this evening, and it's 21-7. Duxbury up 2 touchdowns. Doug, corner. We get a bump down low.
23.
Looks like they're going to get Dave Manko. They do. His first, team third. 5.5 left. Miller right by Herrick. A lot of contact. No call somehow. Outlet to Herrick. That's not what you want in the open floor. Nice spin move, though. Cannot get it to go. Rebound, Gaither. Off to Bryan. Doug down low. Spin on him, Doug. Faces up. Now finds Cleary.
Got to go on him.
Paint, Miller. Eddie. A lot of contact there, and they get Eddie for a walk. We just cannot find our rhythm offensively so far. Check it back in the game, Doug Keaty. Doug back in with 2 fouls. Jeff Jeff playing with 2 fouls. Doug Miller already playing with 2 fouls.
Yeah, Doug had 2 fouls early last week against Lincoln Sudbury. I think he ended up with 3 for the game.
Down low, Herrick. Miller there defensively.
That's a walk. That's a walk, yeah.
That's a
See,
good call.
it's just no different than the other games to play the whole year. They're going to go at Miller. You know, if they get Miller in foul trouble, it's lights out. So, you got to double down on a big guy like that. And that's where Keedy comes in.
As we approach 4.5 here at the Garden, still 21-7 Duxbury. Nice pass down low, wrap around to Keedy. Magnarelli with the block. Keedy again. Miller up
pushed
good.
In the back and nothing. Wow. Let the boys play.
First 2 of the inning, Doug Miller. We got to get him off if we're going to have any shot here. Foul goes against Duxbury's Menko. That's 2 quick ones on him. 4 on the team. Doug Miller to try and complete a 3-point play for the Sachems. 4:24 first half. Doug cannot get it to go. Keedy there. Up. Oh. No. Everything but down. My goodness. How did that spin off? Rebound, Sudbury. McFadden.
Well, Duxbury does have the big guy out of here now. It's the 6'11 guy.
Yeah,
so
Herrick's done.
Let's take a rest.
Magnarelli's the guy, though.
Yeah.
That was almost a walk out front. Nice step through Magnarelli. Nice dish. Up and no. Spins out for Menko.
Nice.
Down
nice.
low, Doug Miller. 2 quick hoops for Doug, and it's 21-11. We're back to within 10. 3:45 left first half. Count back out for Winchester.
Well, we know the offensive threat here, and they get it. Yeah, there it is.
Out of bounds. Out of bounds right in front of Coach Dale, who slaps the official on the hindquarters.
With a smile on his face, though.
Yeah, but that's one of those, it's a message anyway kind of things.
Shot clock.
That's going to be off of, not off of Sudbury's McFadden. 3 to shoot, 3:22 game. Mike Shea to inbound for the Dragons. Gets it right back nicely. Won't go. Rebound.
Whoa. See that great block out by Keedy.
Yep, exactly.
Kept their big guy off the boards.
Allowing the crashing guard Gaither to pull down the board. Foul here on McFadden. His first team 5th. Still down 10 at 21-11, 3:14. Count. Doug, nice dish. Keedy
nice.
Up good.
Great ball movement.
And now we're starting to find ourselves a little bit offensively.
Well, yeah, 6 in a row since the big guy went out.
I don't know that it's been so much Herrick being out as us find ourselves.
Yeah. Nice steal.
Nice hands.
Keep it, Nick. Keep it.
Nick gets run down by a couple of guys and pulls it back out wisely. Brian down low. Doug.
1-on-1, yeah.
Shea there defensively. Just roll to the hole. Doug Miller. 2 more for the Sachems. Doug has 6. We're back to within 6 at 21-15. 2.5 left first half. Momentum's wearing black right now. Magnarelli. That's offensive. No way. No chance.
Before the shot. Definitely before the shot.
Well,
see, that's the play. Once he has the baseline, if you stand stationary, it's going to be an offensive foul.
Well, I'll tell you what that was, and we got the call the wrong way against us. That's Keedy's 3rd. 2 for Magnarelli. He now has 13 in the first half. 31 last time out against Franklin. And he's killing us so far as well. He will try to attempt the second 3-point play the last couple of minutes. Up and good.
And notice they got their 6'11 guy back. I mean, he's not even underneath. He's back on defense.
Oh yeah, Herrick, he can't run the floor.
Yeah, they're gonna have to run him into the ground.
Magnarelli steps in front of a pass.
No foul.
McFadden.
No foul. That's it. Oh wow, tough shot. He got it.
Nice take.
Yeah.
Aaron McFadden. He now has 8.
It stretches it back to an 11-point lead quickly.
Yeah, just like that. It's a 5-0 mini run for Duxbury. Herrick there defensively. Doug Miller just goes right by him. Nice job, Doug. Magnarelli, and they call it a jump ball. Alternate possession will give it to Duxbury. 148 first half, 26-15. 1 seed Duxbury Dragons over the 9 seed Winchester Sachems. Mackey, corner. They lay off him. Herrick in the middle, and they molest him as soon as he gets the ball. Turnover. Somehow it finds its way to Duxbury's Mackey.
Looked like Jeff.
Well, that was a bit of a rugby scrum all the way around. Foul is Jeff, and that's 4. Goodness sakes. Well, clearly he has to sit for the balance of the half. And
that's his 4th?
Yeah, that's 4. Well, you leave him out there with 3 and you take the chance, and we just got burned. Seymour back for the Sachems. So on the floor for the Sachems, Nick Kaup, Brian Gaither, Matt Gaither, Sam Seymour, Doug Miller. 1-1. Not converted front end. Jared Mackey.
Is Nick wide open for a 3? He's just a little late getting him the ball. Shot.
Doug got a hand on it. Couldn't quite come up with it. Ill-advised long out from Herrick is intercepted Seymour. Gaither, Miller. Down low, Sam.
For the shot, yeah.
They get McFadden with a bump. That's 2 quick ones on Aaron McFadden.
Sam certainly picked the pace up in Belmont, too. He was a force out there. I think he had 9 rebounds, 8 or 9 rebounds in the Belmont game.
6 team on Duxbury. 26-15. We're down 11 at the 104 mark. Well, nice steal in there, Aaron McFadden. Nick couldn't quite get it back for the Sachems. Out of bounds off of Winchester. 1:03 left. In for the first time, Derek Baraskis replaces Nick Kaup. McFadden and Shea, along with Mackey in the backcourt. Forecourt, Herrick and Magnarelli. Magnarelli has 14. He's killed us. There's Herrick. Give him that all day, and he buries it. Well, you got to give him that, Tom.
Yeah,
if he's going to make it, that's going to be trouble.
No debate on that.
Herrick's first field goal of the evening. He has 4. Bump foul. Going to go against Shea. That is Shea's second team, 7th. Sam Seymour to shoot 1-on-1 for the Sachems. In for the first time for Duxbury, number 13, Nick Kaup. One-on-one Sam Seymour, 32.1 left first half. Sachems down 13 at 28-15. Rebound, Magnarelli for Duxbury.
Yeah, they're going to hope for the last shot here. 13-point lead.
Difference of about a second and a half shot and game, and Duxbury will hold it for the last shot. Brust just holding the ball out front. 9 to shoot.
Well, let's see where we're going on the baseline. Yeah.
Mackey, Magnarelli.
Yeah.
A lot of contact, no call. Now they're going to get Herrick, I think.
Yeah, look, could be number 3.
They get Magnarelli instead.
The number 1 fam. Wow.
His first. 3.9 left, though. We get not only do we keep him from getting the last shot and making it, we get a chance to get some points going into the break. Down 13. Doug Miller to shoot 1-on-1 for the Sachems. First up and good. So Doug will shoot the second.
Who's this? Oh, sub for the shooter. Eddie coming in for Doug.
Oh, that's absolute. That's a no-brainer. Doug's playing with 2. 3.9 left. Get him out as he buries the second. Of course, for that to work, he has to make the second. He does. Good job.
You got to get some token defense here. You don't want to just get that wide open look for a 3.
No, and the Sachems are doing exactly that, and we'll get a
There you
turnover out of it.
Pop it.
Gaither at the buzzer, no. Rebound, Magnarelli and Seymour fight for it. But we'll go into the half 28-17. So after 16 minutes of play, Duxbury Dragons 28, Winchester Sachem 17. Back with the second half right after this.
Welcome to Winter Pond, one of Winchester's most versatile recreation areas. Winter Pond offers you and your family and friends canoeing, sailing, fishing, winter skating, wonderful bird watching, and more. The Friends of Winter Pond exist to protect and preserve this lovely recreational resource. Do join us by sending us your tax-deductible $25 or greater contribution. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Anthony, a senior at Winchester High School. With me are Hervey and Manny, both juniors at Winchester High. Winchester A Better Chance was founded 34 years ago. It continues through the financial generosity of the people of Winchester.
We'd also like to thank the host families who have opened up their homes to us over the years, the ABC Board, the resident directors, and the teachers and administrators at Winchester High School.
We would also like to thank our friends and fellow students at Winchester High School. We are grateful for all your support. Thank you.
So welcome back to the Garden, folks. Robert Broderick along with Tom Hirschfeld. Tom, 28-17. The bad news is we're down 11. The good news is we're not playing well at all, and if we can play our game, we get right back into this thing.
We definitely haven't had a stride offensively. Defensively, 28 points. I mean, Duxbury's averaging 73 a game, so defensively, I mean, we're right in there. But, we got to get the offense going, that's all.
Well, it's been a bit of an ugly game, offensively, defensively, both ways. The bad news is, Jeff has 4. Doug has 2, so he's not in too much trouble. Jeff's in serious trouble. He's going to be out there. So the starters back on the floor for the Sachems, Kalp, Gaither, Keedy, and Miller. Duxbury starters out there as well, except, no, that's exactly the starters. Shea, Herrick, McFadden, Magnarelli, and Maki. Sachems with the ball to open things here. 16 minutes to play to advance. Gaither, Shea there defensively. Back up top, Jeff Keedy. Looking to get Doug low against Herrick. They do so. Doug steps around him, feeds Keed up. A lot of contact, no call.
Nope. Yeah.
Pulled down Herrick. Hip checks Keedy. This way, Mackey looking for Magnarelli down low. Doesn't have him. Nice post presence. Miller. McFadden. Shea. Magnarelli now that way.
That's it.
Forces
good help
it.
by Key. Yeah,
gets it to go.
Yeah,
wow.
Good defense. Nothing you can do about that.
Now,
but that may be the MO. This make double team and make somebody hit an outside shot.
Well, he had 31 last time out in the division final against Franklin. He had 14 in the first half, 2 quick ones here. Nice pick down low, but coming off of the screen, Doug could not quite grab the handle. Turnover Sachems, 30-17. We're down 13. Under 15 left here from the guard. Shea, Mackey, Magnarelli, nice dish. Herrick up, jam, and a foul.
Wow. That's 5 for Jeff, yeah.
Keedy, and he's done. So Jeff's going to be gone real early. And here's your de facto timeout.
The de facto timeout came a little too quick for us.
I'll tell you what, that is a very, very early foul out. But, if you're playing with 4, it doesn't take a brain surgeon to recognize your next one means you're gone. And Doug only took a minute and 10 to get his next one, minute 11. So 2 for Herrick. He had 4 in the first half. He now has 6, and he'll go to the line attempting to complete a 3-point play. He's 2 for 2 from the line this evening.
Well, Magnarelli does have half of their points. So, you're going to have to just double them and let someone else beat you. Because obviously the kid can score. You went through his stats from the last game with triple doubles and everything else. But, he's a player, no question about it. But he's got to be doubled. Make one of the other kids come up with a shot.
Yeah, you got to Miller him. I mean, everybody does it to Doug. Do it to him. And I'm sure plenty of people have done it to him. And he's just that good that, he's able to be successful anyway. 3-point play. Sam Herrick. Duxbury up 33-17.
We're going to unleash Nick here.
Bryan, down low, Doug Miller. Shea there defensively for Duxbury. Excuse me. Nice dish. Now get it back to Bryan, and we're just not finding ourselves offensively. We're just out of sync. 14:29 left, hopefully not in the season. Sachem's extend defensive pressure a bit. Magnarelli, Mackey. Back up top, Nick, almost a steal, out of bounds.
Wow.
Off of McFadden.
No contact.
Well, we get the desired result, which is a turnover, and back the other way at 14-14. Sachem still down 16. Bryan off of Doug Miller's screen for three. Short. Rebound, Aaron McFadden. McFadden has had a nice game for Duxbury, and Magnarelli, of course.
Yeah, it's almost like their guards aren't allowed to shoot. Just get the ball down low. I mean, I don't think they're taking a shot yet.
Nice dish. Shea, offensive foul, no call. Rebound, Herrick. Up. He's fouled. I think they're going to get Bryan. They do. That is his first, team first. To the line, Sam Herrick. He is 3 for 3 from the line this evening. First for Herrick, up and good.
Has he missed yet? I don't think
he's 4 for 4. He's got a smooth stroke from the line.
So big men can shoot from the foul line then.
Well, this one can, and he buries number 5. 5 points in the second half, give him 9 overall. And we're down 18. Gaither, Miller, Herrick there defensively. Now Gaither tries to move on Herrick and dribbles it off of his foot. Turnover, Matt Gaither. Timeout, Winchester Sachems. So 13:29 left. And if we want to play Saturday in Worcester, Tom, we need a big run here.
We do need a run. And, you know, it's tough to get back in sync like that when you got the twins down there, you know, 6'11", 6'8", clogging up. Nick has to start lighting it up from the outside.
Yeah, well, yeah, we got to find something, and Nick for 3 would be a nice something to find. You know, the thing about it is, you know, you're down 18 to a 23-1 team, and if they were just playing lights out and we were playing pretty well, you could understand it. You just say, okay, you know, fair play to Duxbury, they're that good. We're not anywhere near ourselves. We're just not playing all that well right now, and it would be a shame to go out on a performance like that. If you play your best and lose, you know, you can live with it a bit more, I think.
Yeah, turnovers are a part of the game. There's no question about it. But, you know, that's what we've escaped the last 4 games. There hasn't been a lot of turnovers. I think there's more turnovers already than we have in the last at least 2 games. And it's not really off of a pressure defense. So you'd have to say, you know, there's some jitters here. I mean, this is, you know, it's a big arena.
Yeah. It is that. Down low, Herrick for Mackey. Up, good. And the foul.
See, that's one of the problems with the press. You have to get back, and Sam just missed deflecting that pass.
So foul against Doug, his third, team third.
We'll have to put the dragon jinx on this guy because he's, 6 for 6? He'll miss this one.
Oh, he's 5 for 5.
5 for 5.
And there it is.
Yeah, that's it for him.
Why does that work, Tom?
I didn't like the look on his face. He was staring at the basket. Plus, he made the call on the foul down the other end. You know, that's.
Baraskis in for the Sachems. Bryan to the hole, reaching foul. I think they're going to get 22 McFadden.
Good things happen when you drive to the basket.
Yep. Instead, they get Mackey. Second team first of the second half. Under 13 at 12:55. We're down a bunch. Stop, pop, good. Bryan Gaither. His first 2 of the evening. It's back to 18 at 37-19. Sachem's looking to extend defensive pressure. Baraskis running the point. Duxbury, Shea, McFadden, and Mackey out front. Magnarelli and Herrick down low. That's Mackey just inside of 3, and he buries it.
That's a new set of problems when they start that one.
Duxbury running man. Gaither, Magnarelli there. Now Miller, Herrick on him. Nice spin move, nice dump. Gaither, no. Rebound, Shea. McFadden back the other way for Duxbury at 12 minutes exactly right now, 39-19. Duxbury up 20. Shea, nice reach around Gaither. Pops out to Duxbury. Mackey, McFadden.
It's all window dressing just to get that inside pass.
Mackey forces it a
over
bit.
The back. Wow,
Shea over the back
one,
of Seymour, and that's unbelievable. 3 referees on the floor.
Well, he didn't have a good view. That one was right in front of him.
Sakes. Mackey, Herrick. Sam Seymour collapses, double team with Miller. Flip it back outside nicely. McFadden, 10 to shoot. That's a walk. Good call.
The pros get away with that one in this building, but not the high school kids.
All right. So the turnover goes against Aaron McFadden at Duxbury. 11:21 left. And looking more and more like 11:21 left in the season, barring a big Sachem comeback. 39-19 Duxbury. Baraskis now around the point for the Sachems. Gaither. Finds his brother. Now Derrick. Down low, Miller. Nice dish. Gaither. Seymour. Good.
Great ball movement.
First 2 of the evening for Sam. Sachem's back to 18 at 39-21. McFadden. Baraskis there defensively hounds him. Shea. Herrick.
Nice block, Miller.
Miller. And they call it a jump ball. Alternate
ball.
possession. Keep it with Duxbury.
It's like a delayed reaction.
Yeah, it was a bit of a late whistle. At least not a late whistle for a foul, which would drive me nuts. Shea, Herrick, good. So Herrick is not quite as limited offensively as he showed in the first couple of minutes. He has 13.
Well, he's got those high percentage 4-foot shots.
Yeah, those will work. All the way to the hole. Gaither, no, gets his own.
Oh,
a lot of contact, no call. Pulled down Shea, McFadden, up, no. Rebound, up, off again for Duxbury's Shea.
They're certainly letting the boys play. I mean, Matt got hammered down here. They didn't call anything.
Magnarelli gets a hand on that pass. Out to Mackey. He drives up and would not go. Foul going to go against Sam Seymour. It's going to be Sam's first. Team fourth. To the line, shooting 2, Jared Mackey. He is 0 for 1 from the line this evening. Duxbury up 20 at 41-21. 10 minutes exactly left. Chris Cleary back for the Sachems, replaces Sam Seymour. On the floor for the Sachems, Miller, Gaither, Cleary, Baraskis. 2nd and 2 for Duxbury's Jared Mackey. Up and good.
Timeout Dragons.
Oh, we're not going to take a look at the graphic, Tom, but here in the Final Four of the state, we could tell you how the bottom half of the bracket got here. St. Bernard's, the 3 seed out of the Central, beat Groton Dunstable by 15 in the first round. Then an 11-point win over Hudson. And the final of that Central region took out Blackstone Millville, the 1 seed, by 75-58, beaten by 17.
Wow.
Holyoke Catholic, a 6 seed. So they had to play 4 to get here. Beat Monument Mountain by 21 in the first round, then Mohawk by 7 in the second. Took out Hampshire by 7, 65-58. And then in the final against, the 1 seed South Hadley, beat them by 7. So that was the West, and that's how you get Holyoke Catholic and St. Bernard's here. And, you know, know what? I mean, we haven't shown it so far this evening, but I got to figure of those 4 teams, the 2 best ones are in this game.
Well, you know, the East, if you will, obviously because the population is higher in Eastern Mass, but the teams out in Western Mass surprise you. There's pretty good basketball out there. Springfield, but you're right. I think this, either one of these teams would fare well against the winner of the Central and West.
Yeah, but either of the other 2.
Yeah, when you're.
Well, Derek sort of made up his mind to pass the ball and decided at the last second that the intended recipient was covered, and that was correct, but couldn't stop his feet in time. Turnover, Sachem's. Yeah, why do you have to seed the North, South, and the Central and West? I don't know. Yeah, if I were in the MIAA, I might not do it that way. Or maybe they draw them out of the hat, for all I know. I don't know. Foul down low is going to go against Winchester.
Well, 9:39 left. You still want to, you want to play it out. I mean, this.
Magnarelli off the inbound, up and good.
Yeah, that's the position you don't want to get before the ref gives him the ball. He's camped out there. There's no 3 seconds before the ref gives him the ball.
No, and he's got a lot of athleticism as he takes the ball up. He always seems to find a good shot in a bunch of traffic. Gaither off glass, no. Rebound, McFadden.
Oh.
Ahead up strong for Nick Kopp. Barascus with a rejection, but they're going to get him for the foul.
That looked like he had a lot of ball.
It did look like he got a lot of ball, but they get him for the foul. That's 2 quick ones on DB and 6 on the team. To the line to shoot 2, Nick Kopp. He's not shot a foul shot so far this evening. He buries his first. Back for the Sachems. Nick Kopp replacing Derek Barascus.
So it's Coop and Kopp?
It's Coop and Kopp, and they're both
Knicks.
They're
okay.
both Knicks.
All right. Hey.
Second of 2 for Nick Kopp is off. Rebound, Sachems. Cleary. Gaither. Goodness. Walk called against Bryan, and it's 45-21. Sachem's down 24. Magnarelli. Kopp. 3. Good.
Wow.
Now Kopp's first 3-pointer of the evening. He now has 4 quick ones. And it's a 27-point lead for the Duxbury Dragons. Miller, corner.
Nice look by Doug. Yeah, later.
Give and go.
Cleary did that up in Lowell, too. Made the pass, got to the basket, and got it back and laid it in.
Chris's first 2 of the evening. We cut it back a little bit to 25. It's a long, long way home from here, Tom. Magnarelli rolls to the hole, finds Kopp. Back up top, Aaron McFadden. Stop, pop, rejection, Miller.
There's less pressure on you when you get the 20-point lead throwing up the threes.
Yeah, the game is a lot easier with a lead, certainly.
That's an offensive call.
Offensive foul, nice job.
That's
Nick.
the correct call.
And McFadden can't believe it, but looked like a good call from here. McFadden's third, team second. Magnarelli out for Duxbury. Magnarelli sits with 18 points.
We got Jason Artie making his appearance here at the TD North.
Miller down low, looking for Artie. Step in McFadden. As we approach 7.5 here from the Garden. Sachem's down big, 48-23 Duxbury. Up, good, 3 for Nick Kopp. He has 2 quick threes and 7 quick points.
They've gone to the outside game here in the second half.
Doug fighting down low with Sam Herrick, and I think they get Herrick. They do. Herrick's
third, isn't it? Fourth, isn't it?
First.
First?
First. team third.
Wow.
McFadden sits for Duxbury. In for the first time.
Nick pounds down the 3.
Hardman. Nick has 2 threes this evening. Give him 6 overall. 7 minutes left. Sachem's down 25 at 51-26. Herrick.
He's not a threat to drive, that's for sure.
Nice steal. Jason Artie ahead. Chris Cleary should be a bunny. Kicks it back out to Nick. Nice. Up for 3 short. Rebound Artie. No. Miller tries to run it down. Saved Gaither. Pulled down Herrick. Ahead of the field.
Nice
Kopp.
hustle.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Great hustle by Matt Gaither.
Yeah. And Matt gets taken hard into the area between the support of the basket and the sort of press row down there. Press row. That's nice to say. He goes into press row.
Well, what you like to see is someone playing regardless of the score. And obviously that's Matt Gaither. He's going to play regardless what the score is.
Oh, of course. Kopp for 3. Parries it. My goodness. That is 3 threes and 10 points in the second half for Nick Kopp. Middle of the lane, Doug, up, good. Doug's first 2 of the second half, and he now has 10.
It's become a little like playground ball with the score, though. I mean, the threes are kind of surprising me for Duxbury, to tell you the truth, that they're even trying them.
Herrick up front. And Matt goes after him a bit overzealously and gets called for the foul. That is his second. Team 7 sends Herrick to the line. Also in for Duxbury, 30, Brendan Sullivan. Moisture on the floor. Make it debris on the floor. 5:48 left. And at this point, you've got to believe it's 5:48 in the season. 54-28, Duxbury. Herrick first, up and good. He earns the second.
He's got 14. He must have half from the foul line, too.
Yeah, he has 6 from the foul line, make it 7. So 56-28. Duxbury doubling Winchester. Gaither, nice pass down low. Miller, nice spin to the hole. Can't quite get it to go. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Duxbury foul goes against Sullivan. His first. Team 4th.
Wow. Is there an echo?
I'll tell you. I'm just that good. To the line to shoot 2, Doug Miller. He is 2 for 2 from the line this evening. Magnarelli back for Herrick for Duxbury. Seymour back for Matt Gaither for Winchester. On the floor for the Sachems, Chris Cleary, Brian Gaither, Sam Seymour, Jason Artie, and at the line, Doug Miller. Doug connects on the second. He now has 11. 5.5 left, Tom, and it's been a heck of a year.
It has. There's no question about it. And, you know, it's like nobody wants to come in and get embarrassed. So, you know, you play out the string. A 27-point lead. They're still playing, though. The ball just is not dropping. That's all.
Yeah, Duxbury's very good. Foul down low. I think they're going to get Brian for his second. Team 8th, and Magnarelli will shoot 1-on-1 for Duxbury. Magnarelli is 2 for 2 from the line this evening. He has 18 overall, coming off a 31-point effort in the sectional final against Franklin.
Yeah, he's got 19. He had 16 in the first half. So, he, you know, offensively, he hasn't been a big factor here in the second half. Obviously, you know, he's a good player.
Yeah, actually 14 in the first, but
14?
Yeah, point well made.
You got to let some of these slide because, our audience doesn't have those stats in front of them.
Already up. A lot of contact from Magnarelli. No call. Cleary.
Go up, Chris. There you go.
Up. Good. Four second-half points for Chris. And we're under 5 here. Still down 26 at 57-31. Well, here's Magnarelli's curtain call, I believe. As he is replaced by Tim Sullivan, 42.
Yeah, they live to play another day. Might as well get them out of there, right?
Yeah, this one no longer in doubt. Why risk an injury for, your star player? That's what else is there to say? He's the best player on your team. Rebound, Brian ahead. Jason Artie.
It stays there though.
Out of bounds a bit off of Duxbury. Stay with the Sachems. 450 game, 25 shot. Into Doug, up, good. Timeout, Sachems.
We've got to get a look at number 44 in Duxbury there.
He's 4'2".
And what grade is he in?
He's a first grader.
Oh, first grader.
So we'll take a look at that south bracket just to show you how Duxbury got here. And goodness sakes, there were 17. This is what we were talking about. The difference between 10-10 and 11-9. Well, it didn't matter so much in our in the north because not that many teams made it. But with 17 teams, you got to play. You got to play in a game. You got to get from 17 to 16. So the 17 Catholic Memorial and Oliver Ames had to square off. But Duxbury's road here, of course, is the first game against the winner of that matchup, and they take out Catholic Memorial 74-70. Catholic almost pulled that off. Then they beat Sharon handily by 25. Take care of Dartmouth by 17 in the semis, and take care of the 2-seed Franklin by 18 in the final.
Yeah, that one really surprised me.
Yeah, they cruised after that first round, but wow. That had to be, Tom, one of those, wait a minute, they're the 17?
Yeah.
We're 20-1. Let's throw the unis out there and win.
Well, that's why Catholic Memorial is sure they play a very competitive schedule. In 10-10, they're probably a 15-5 in some other league, but
right.
They gave them all they wanted. They
Down
gave them
low.
all they wanted. What, it was 4-point games that we said?
Yeah.
Doug's playing till the end.
Yeah, well, 2 more for Doug, and this is, play to the end of this game, and it'll be the end of a fantastic career here in Winchester. Like that back home in Winchester.
Yeah, he's going to hang up the uniform as, I believe, the number 2 scorer all time in Winchester basketball. Leading rebounder.
Well, it's been a great career to Doug, and talk about a young man with, the world as his oyster. I mean, he's an exceptionally bright young man. He could go anywhere in the country academically. He's a Division I basketball player. It just depends where it's going to be.
Well, it's almost like, selfishly you look at it and you say, that's student athlete. He plays basketball because he likes it. Obviously, he's a student and a very intelligent one. And he can go where he wants to go. And I'm sure he wants to play basketball, and, he has his priorities right. But the funny thing about Doug, you watch them all season, and he's obviously competitive, but he stepped it up a notch in the playoffs. The game in Lincoln Sudbury, he was chinning that ball and spinning around with some of those rebounds and things like that. Because, he played like it may have been his last game.
Well, that's the kind of competitiveness that will serve him well at the next level.
Right.
As Artie takes it to the hole hard, but Herrick snuffs it out of bounds off Duxbury. Doug, nice up and under, can't quite get it to go. Rebound pulled down.
That's a 5-second call.
Sullivan, timeout.
Oh, he got the timeout.
Duxbury.
Wow.
So
now we got 25 on the shot clock. He stood there for 5 with the ball.
Closely guarded in the forecourt, Tom.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Well, you have all the nomenclature.
The nomenclature.
Yeah, I'm not good at that. Yeah.
The nomenclature. Well, what can I tell you? I believe that is the rule. In fact, I'm nearly sure of it. You get 10 to get it over, and you get 5 closely guarded in the forecourt. So 57-35. We're down 22, 4:06 left, and it's going to be, goodbye to a number of young men who we've enjoyed not just watching play basketball, but enjoyed having as part of the Winchester, program and community. Brian Gaither, Doug Miller, Jeff Keaty. You can't say that name without laughing. I mean, he's such a character. Nick and Sam Seymour, all gone after this game, and best of luck. Congratulations on fine careers, and I'm sure the future holds nothing but.
Yeah, this is just a temporary. It may leave a little bad taste in your mouth. You came in here, you didn't have your best game, but the last 4 games, I think, is what the seniors are going to remember.
Yeah.
And it generates interest in basketball. I mean, Winchester's not known as a basketball city or basketball town. This will put some interest in the basketball.
Well, we have the athletes.
No question.
We definitely have the athletes, and there's one of them taking it to the hole, up and good, Chris Cleary.
And he's a sophomore. And Matt Gaither's a sophomore. He plays like he's a senior, Matt.
Push off Herrick
over
on the
back.
floor.
Over the back. That's when he says, how'd this kid get onto me?
So that's Herrick's second.
Yeah, this is it. He has his 20-point lead. Now, if I'm the coach, I put the 7-footer on the bench.
Yeah,
for next, for Saturday. I mean,
yeah, 3.5 left. Well, 3:39 left. Why? Well, it is what it is. Cleary up and good again. So Chris has 8 all.
Yeah,
over
he's strong in the
second
paint.
half.
Strong in the paint.
There's another guy that I would get off of the floor. Why risk McFadden?
Right.
McFadden, Herrick, and Magnarelli.
Well, we can't coach in and outs. We got to,
Oh, yeah. Foul against Gaither, and 2 shots for Aaron McFadden, and he misses the first. Second up and good for McFadden. He has 9 points.
There's the big guy taking a seat.
And Herrick, well, you'd like to say he's done for the evening, but you never know. Magnarelli's still out there, and so is McFadden. Gaither, Miller, jumper, middle lane, Doug, good. Timeout, Sachems.
Miller was 17. He's been averaging 20 in the playoffs with 16 rebounds, so he's right there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Magnarelli's had a big game for Duxbury. Herrick's had a pretty big game. And, we haven't played our best game of the year.
I think it was the electrical failure that really did us in. The momentum was there.
The
lights went out.
It's a union thing. It had to be. I blame it on the union. When in doubt, blame organized labor, Tom.
Well, they vote. We know that.
Yeah, but I'm not running for office. 58.
That's what we got to do. Get Robert Broderick.
Oh, yeah.
What would you like to be, a selectman or
that's
school committee?
That's what Winchester needs. Me in any position.
We need
of
you
authority.
in there to get those user fees down a little bit. $275. Maybe you get in office to get it down to $270 or $265.
I'll shave 50 cents off that fee tomorrow, Tom. 58-41, Duxbury, and this is going to end up being a respectable score, and you want to think with 3:18 left, stranger things have happened, but it's a long way home, down 17.
Yeah, I mean, when you go through the almost 400 high schools that play basketball in Massachusetts, there's not many get to even play in here.
No, well, there's exactly 12, right? 3 divisions of 4. So, and after today, there's 6.
And you get pictures.
Well, you always play.
And you got WinCam. You could show this. Yeah, that's when I played in the Garden.
Oh,
they say, who's that guy with that crazy accent announcing? Well, that was the infamous Robert Broderick.
Yeah,
he had his own parking spot at the school and everything.
That's Tom. That's Tom Hirschfeld. Color guy extraordinaire. Baraskis, Cleary. Off a screen and roll. Couldn't quite connect with Gaither. Now Derek, jumper, off the crotch.
Is Matt fighting for the rebound?
Yep, exactly. He gets it and gets it out to Cleary. Nice dish down
yeah.
low. Oh, geez, Matt couldn't get it to go. Rebound.
You know, that's good basketball though. Cleary knew he fought for the ball, gave it back to him.
That's a very good play. Just couldn't get the short jumper to go.
Yeah.
58-41, still down 17. Magnarelli to the line for Duxbury. He is 3 for 4 from the line this evening. Up and good. He now has 20. Duxbury up 18. Make it 19 at 60-41. Under 2 minutes here from the Garden. Baraskis. Gaither. Needs help, gets it from Doug Miller. Oh, push off against Kopp, and it's getting physical down there. And Brian rolls to the hole, and he's going to get the foul.
See, this, you know, you can paint the picture any way you want. 32 is on the court for scoring average. That's all he's there for. 60-41. Okay, so what's his average, Magnarelli there? He's averaging 20. Is a minute 43. Okay, you got 13 kids sitting on the bench there that, you know, probably practiced and played all year, but he's got to get his stats.
Yeah.
That's not editorial comment. That's just factual.
1 of 2 for Brian. At 60-42. Jumper up. Good. Gaither has 5, all in the second half.
Now let's see if they come down and he shoots. Oh, they're going to foul.
Minute 29 left. Set to check in for the Sachems. Bellotti and Hirschfeld. McFadden at the line for Duxbury. First is off. McFadden now 1 for 3 from the line this evening. Bobby Bellotti and
that's it, yeah, for Doug Miller. Billy
Hirschfeld for Doug Miller and Brian Gaither, and it's been a fantastic career for both of those young men. And now you get the 5 subs for Duxbury, and the starters and, you know, quick first subs off the bench will get their big round of applause from the traveling Dragon supporters.
The Dragons are in the house.
Dragons in the house. Chris Neighbors also in for the Sachems, and Johnny Yule set to check in, along with David White. Not quite.
You know, they just to be on the floor is it's the lifetime of the memories. You know.
Yep.
We got Johnny Ayul getting in there too. Johnny's got to throw one down. I can feel it.
So Ayul in for Gaither. On the floor for the Sachems. Baraskis, Ayul, Hirschfeld, Bellotti, and White.
Derek to the basket.
Couldn't quite get it to
Ayul.
go. Or strike that. Chris Neighbors, not David White.
Staying there, yeah.
As here's White from the scores table replacing Baraskis.
It's the announcer's nightmare getting all the names in here.
Well, this is my first look at Bellotti.
Yeah.
The rest of the guys we've seen. Jumper lean in. Billy wouldn't go. Fought for it. Pulled out by Duxbury's Satterfield, 11. Now Billy with another drive to the hole, and he's crunched by a young man who's not even on the roster.
Oh, Bill's on the big screen. Uh-oh.
Tyler McPherson, well, he's in my book as 31. I guess 31 was dirty. He's wearing 24. First up and good for Billy Hirschfeld.
Now I'm going to have to listen to my kid say he scored in Boston Garden.
Well, knowing Billy, you were going to
Thank God it was only one.
You were going to listen to something. He'd have some story.
Yeah, the Dragons are hoping for it. Oh, he stepped out of bounds.
So turnover. Bobby.
Boy, yeah, he's
strike that. 44 for them. You know, another guy.
What's the word? Diminutive.
Diminutive.
There you go.
He is diminutive. He's so diminutive, he's not even in the roster.
They're gonna
Bellotti rolls to the hole, up, no.
Strong. Nice.
Rebound up off of Satterfield.
Give it a who? Give it to the closest man. It's got to be Ayul.
Credit, I don't know. I think Bellotti got a hand on it. I'm going to give him the basket. Might be his first varsity bucket at the Garden. Not a bad way to come in.
No.
So 35.4 left, 61-47. I mean, it'll go down as a 14-point loss or so, which doesn't sound all that bad. But, in fairness, the game really wasn't that close.
Yeah, but I'm going to sugarcoat that one.
All right.
61-47. Yeah, it wasn't, to try to imagine what it's like to have a season where you battle to get to a 500 record, to make the tournament, to go on a streak, to win 4 games, and to show up in this building. I mean, it has to be jitters. I mean, everything looks different. Yeah. I mean, it's just this is a tough thing to do.
It's just been a fantastic run to get here, but it's very, very difficult to have that perspective right now for the guys. I guarantee.
Right.
In fact, forget about difficult, impossible. In a week or maybe in a few days, they'll look back on it that way. But right now, it's just flat-out disappointment at what could have been. And that's it's only human. If your athletes didn't feel that way,
10 seconds. They didn't call it. They want him to score.
Score, my goodness. I mean, seriously, the kid, he can't be 4 foot nothing. He's tiny.
Well, I got to see this because they said he can dunk. So this is really what I got.
Oh yeah, he can dunk. He can dunk donuts. That's about it.
They're going to give him the pass back. Look, he's throwing it up.
And they're going to get his jumper for him, and it's off. Rebound, Winchester's David White off to Bellotti.
10 seconds, kid. Throw it up. Throw it up.
Jumper up. Oh, goodness, would not go for Dave. Rebound, Duxbury, 2-1, and that's going to do it. Well, congratulations to Duxbury. They move to 24-1 and move into the state finals. And congratulations on a fine season and a fantastic run to get here. The Winchester Sachems. We say goodbye to a bunch of fine young men and great competitors and terrific basketball players. Brian Gaither, Doug Miller, Jeff Keaty, Nick Kaup, Sam Seymour. Tom, it has been nothing but a pleasure. I didn't think we'd get here to get one more game, but thanks for an entire year.
Nope, I didn't agree. I didn't think we'd get here either, but we did. 61-47. So, we'll see you in a few months.
Can't wait. For Tom Hirschfeld, I'm Robert Broderick. Sachem basketball 05-06. Fantastic way to go out with a great tournament run. Thanks for joining us. Join us next year. Sachem basketball 06-07 on WinCam 80. Thanks for joining us and good evening.